Well, Google has released the top search trends for the month of April, and we've got Google technology expert Jennifer Jones with us this morning to tell us about some of the things that we were looking for. Jennifer, good morning to you. Thank you for being here. I always love these segments because it just fascinates me to hear what was on our minds and what we were hitting the internet looking for. Jennifer, let's start with entertainment. What were some of the top things that we were looking for on Google?
Well, if you had asked me this time last year, I could not have predicted that the Barbie movie would be one of the highest trending searches across April. It really drove so many of our top searches for the last month.
Now, Jennifer, what about culture? What were some of the things that maybe caught your eye that we were looking for?
Yeah, so in April, and traditionally, there were three holidays that overlapped, three very high holy days for religion. They were Passover, which of course is the Jewish faith, Easter, which is celebrated by Christians around the world, and Eid, which is celebrated by the Muslim community. A lot of people were searching for very similarly crossover topics for each of these, recipes, when exactly the holidays began, when people were actually celebrating them, and other topics like side dishes, main dishes. Manischewitz wine was the highest related Passover search. So really things that were landing on folks' tables as they celebrated those holidays.
Okay, what about the world of science?
Yeah, so last month, and traditionally it was Earth Day. April 22nd is Earth Day every year. It has been since about 1970. We've seen a lot of spikes in researching climate change and sustainability. They're actually at an all-time high, and a lot of folks wanted to know, they were looking for used goods. So really wondering how they could help contribute to the planet on Earth Day and across the month with recycling or reducing or reusing some of their goods.
All right, Jennifer, this is always one of my favorite things to ask, and I love to hear your response every time that we ask this one. Any odd news that you were just like, really? What? That, I don't know, maybe left you scratching your head?
Sure. So I'm not a fingernail, a manicure girl. So it was a little bit, took me aback when I found out that the odd news for this month was nail art. So, it's not limited to just your fingers, it's fingers and toes. I found that there's a huge community on YouTube of people who create these YouTube shorts, these nail art videos, tutorials. They can be DIY, they can be done in a professional setting with a qualified technician, but just all kinds of interests. Actually 5 billion with the B views globally over the last year for nail art.
Interesting. Okay, clearly everybody was wanting to change up maybe their nail color or put some interesting things on that. Very cool to hear. Jennifer, what about the world of sports?
Sure. So Augusta National Golf Tournament was in April, and that was held in Augusta, Georgia. It's the Masters, and so it's one of the top researched tournaments throughout the year. This April was no exception. Of course, the Masters is steeped in tradition. It's known as a traditionally challenging course, and of course, everybody wanted to know what the standings were and who was getting their hands on that famous green jacket.
All right, Jennifer, our last topic here. What were we all searching for in terms of food and coming up with new recipes?
So, National Burrito Day was actually in April, and I'm not a great cook myself, so I identified with everyone who was searching best burrito near me, really tapping into the web and tapping into Google Maps to find the closest place to grab that delicious and versatile Mexican treat. It was interesting to see, exactly how folks were consuming these. Most of the searches were actually national chains versus local shops. And the highest search national chain that we saw was Chipotle.
This is all so fascinating. I love getting to talk with you and hear everything that was on our minds and, you know, everything that we were looking for. Jennifer, thank you so much. Let's chat again next month and we'll see what we're all up to then.
I'll see you then.
Sounds good. Thank you.
I love seeing trends like that.
I'm still fascinated by the nail art was the one that got me, you know, and it was, I'm wondering why, you know, why all of a sudden.
Right. And I said while that was on, I said to Taylor, maybe like prom and stuff, but typically I feel like you know, the girls really for prom to stick to more traditional, you know, not the fancy characters or something, but it is cute to look at. Like on the social media when those videos come up, I always click on them.
Well, and I know, I mean, just because I did it, I know recently, you know, I tend to go more toward, I'll look for like nail colors that are popular. You know what I mean? When you start changing seasons, but nail art is very interesting.
Very interesting.
It
is
so
meticulous
fun to hear what we're looking for.
Yeah.
But,
burritos,
right? Which I wasn't surprised. That Chipotle didn't really surprise me when she said that a lot of people were looking for that, because I know specifically for National Burrito Day they were offering crazy deals. Yeah,
and it's coming up on Cinco de Mayo too, so it's like all kind of like goes in.
Yeah,
this time of year.
Yeah, wonder what we'll be Googling in May. We'll find out.
Yeah.